Good evening. Welcome to the Tennessee Titans Weekly Podcast. I am your favorite Tennessee Titans analyst, Lorenzo the Hawk, bringing you love as always from the great city of Nashville as we get ready for the big Monday Night Football game between the Tennessee Titans and the Dallas Cowboys. As we go to town to Dallas, again, this is a big primetime game for the Titans. It doesn't happen that much, especially lately over the past several years. But again, this is a big-time game for us to show what we can do. I am very nervous upon how we can beat the Dallas Cowboys, but both teams are more even than you think. So in my opinion, and I'll speak on this later, I do think we can beat the Dallas Cowboys, and I'll give you reasons why. During the show today, we're going to go over that. We're also going to go over, the arguments between the realist, which is me, and the delusional Dallas Cowboys fan, which is about 10 million people that will be represented by me again. First, we have to stop Ezekiel Elliott. He's currently averaging 4.7 yards a carry, which is good for number 4 overall in total run offense. That is a problem because when you look at the Tennessee's defense, we're currently ranked number 19 in run defense. So we have to make sure not to have him running wild because on the inside and the outside, Ezekiel Elliott can get loose. We got to make sure to contain him and also Dak Prescott, making sure he doesn't run around. Because one thing about their offense, they don't pass well. They pass just as much as we do. They're ranked number 29 in total pass offense. So I'm not worried about them passing, even though they got Amari Cooper, who's working out with them and getting ready now. But when you look at it again, I'm more concerned about the run game. So we got to make sure to keep them contained. Next, ball control. What you guys might not know, the Dallas Cowboys on defense, in the past, historically, they've always had a bad defense. But this year in 2018, the Dallas Cowboys are for real. They're ranked number 3 overall in total defense, only giving up about 17 points a game. That is a problem. When you look at their pass defense, they're rated number 3, and their rush defense is number 9. So that, again, that's an issue for us, is they're not even giving up 100 yards a game in rush defense. So we have to make sure when we're on offense to try to hold the ball as much as we can. We don't need to do a whole lot of throwing. We can mix it up. But try to see if you can get Derrick Henry and Dion Lewis to run the football. Get Marcus Mariota on the outside because the Dallas Cowboys defense with DeMarcus Lawrence on the outside, they are there, man. They're going to be there. So we have to make sure to have the ball as much as we can to sort of help us out on offense where we're having some struggles. But we don't need to throw it out there and get a lot of turnovers. Play ball control football, and we'll be okay. Next, defense. When you look at the Dak Prescott from a passing standpoint, again, number 29 overall in the NFL. Our DBs are very, very good. When you look at our defense overall, we're rated number 11 overall in overall defense. Our pass defense being the strength of the defense, ranked number 9. So if I'm doing anything on defense, I'm testing Dak Prescott. I'm having my defense to get ready for Dak Prescott to throw the football, looking for him to do it. We got to make sure he doesn't run, but he throws the football even to Amari Cooper. Should be ready. Cole Beasley is their leading receiver. He only has 30 catches for the season. So, again, our defense should be ready for their pass game. If they throw the football, we should get ready to start picking off some passes. Last, making sure that we don't get too nervous for the big game. It is Monday Night Football. The Dallas Cowboys play many primetime games. The Titans don't get that many, and they do have one on Monday. So the Cowboys will be ready. It's nothing for them, but for us, we got to make sure that we're not too nervous for the big game in Dallas. We got to make sure that we're ready to go when it's game time. So now what we're going to do, we're actually going to have a debate, sort of. We're going to have, from one perspective, from the realist as to who he thinks will win this football game, and the other perspective, the delusional Dallas Cowboys fan, which represents millions of people and what they say on a daily basis. The realist, I'm going to let you go first. Yes, I am the realist here. I do think the Tennessee Titans will squeak by a small victory versus the Dallas Cowboys, maybe about a 19-17 win. I do feel this way on the fact that the Dallas Cowboys, again, is going to have to adjust to the new receiver, Amari Cooper. They have desperately tried to pass the football. When you look at the Tennessee Titans from a strength standpoint, the pass defense is our strength. So we would dare them to throw the football. We would dare Dak Prescott to throw the ball against the Tennessee Titans defense. Dak Prescott has thrown for 1,400 yards this year. He has 8 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. His ranking overall is about an 87% in quarterback rating. Again, it doesn't really tick the meter. We respect Dak Prescott as a running quarterback, but as far as passing so far this season, he has struggled. So again, I think the Titans defense will be there for them. When you look at Amari Cooper, I'm sure he's happy to get away from Oakland. I'm sure Khalil Mack is as well there in Chicago. But again, when you look at it overall, I do think the Tennessee Titans, from a defensive standpoint, a pass defensive standpoint, will hold their ground just enough to beat them. Now, I do think Ezekiel Elliott, if you're a fantasy owner, he probably will have 100 yards rushing. He might have a touchdown, maybe 2 touchdowns. But when it comes to passing, that's where they can beat the Titans. But I don't think they'll do that at all during this game. Now, again, when you look at Jayon Brown, he does lead us in tackles on defense. He has 47 tackles. He's also second in sacks at 3 sacks. Jarrell Casey, when you look at him as well, he's got 3.5 sacks. So when you look at that defensively, we're not really rushing the passer good at all. But the fact that our DBs are there picking off passes is a strength for us. So I do think the Dallas Cowboys will get beaten by the Tennessee Titans by a very small victory, 19-17. Now to the delusional Dallas Cowboys fan. Go, Dallas, go! How many rings do you have? Huh? How many you got, Tennessee? Look at my ring. Dallas Cowboys, that's what we do. We win rings. Though we haven't won a ring since 1996, I'm still going to tell you we should still be undefeated. If it wasn't for that one play, we would not have a loss yet this season, even over the past 5 seasons. Even when you look at Dez Bryant several years ago, man, we should have won a Super Bowl that year, man. I mean, we did win the last playoff game back in 2014, but I'm a Cowboys fan. We should win every game. That's what we should do. But this is how we should beat the Tennessee Titans. Because we got these rings. How many rings do you got? How many? Title Town, baby. The true Title Town. Dallas Cowboys. Let's go. Woo! Well, how we can beat you guys as far as that, again, our defense is really, really good, man. When you look at us, we're rated number 3 overall in defense. Passing and rush defense, man, we're not letting anything happen, man. You throw on us, we're number 3 overall. When you run on us, number 9. DeMarcus Lawrence is all over the field. Their DBs are young guys like Byron Jones. Those guys play very well on the secondary. And when you look at it overall, as far as the Cowboys, again, you guys on offense don't scare us. Corey Davis only has 30 catches, just like Cole Beasley on our team, right? Brian Orakpo, those guys, Derek Morgan, where they at, right? We are the Dallas Cowboys. We are used to Monday Night Football. This is nothing to us. It's just a walk in the park. For you guys, it's something brand new. Go Dallas! How many rings do you got? How many? We got 11? Something like that. Go Cowboys! That's what we do. We should be undefeated this season. There's no way we should have had that loss that other game, man. They be cheating. The refs be cheating for the Cowboys, man. Every single time the Cowboys play, the refs always looking out to try to hurt the Cowboys because they know we are America's team. Let's go Cowboys! Yeah!
These are my keys to the game in order for us to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Key number 1, we have to get the run game going. That's why we brought in Justin Fowler. We had Justin Fowler a year ago. When we had Justin Fowler, the run game was better than what we had. We got to get Derrick Henry going. We got to feed that monster. Feed him, feed him, feed him. Then you can throw Deion Lewis in there. Feed him too. Key number 2 is we got to keep Mariota upright. We got to keep him clean. Offensive line has to block because the Dallas Cowboys has a hell of a defensive line. So we got to make sure we protect Mariota. Key number 3, we got to create turnovers on defense. 3 and out. If you can create turnovers, more points. Got to get it going. And key number 4, make sure we get to that. We got to get the pass rush going because once we get the pass rush going, get him out of his element. You can create those 4 and outs, 3 and outs. You can create turnovers. So these are my 4 keys to the game. Let's go, baby, and tighten up.
So thank you again for watching the show. Again, you can subscribe to the YouTube page. You can click like at the bottom as well. We do have an Apple podcast under Tennessee Titans Weekly. Just click search. It'll pop up. We're on Google, Buzzsprout. So we're on many different platforms overall for our podcast. If you'd like to email us, you can email us at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com. The Twitter handle is TitansWeekly 24/7. A lot of information that comes there on Twitter. Again, we appreciate those that watch the show. We're having fun. I hope you guys have a great day. And instead of saying, how about them Cowboys? How about them Titans?